Alright, today in this 2012 Honda Accord Crosstour, we're going to install part number 11002 from Curt. Alright, now this is what the hitch looks like when it's installed on the vehicle. Now I'll go ahead and give you some measurements that'll help you out in selecting some accessories, such as a bicycle rack or a cargo carrier. From top of receiver opening down to the ground will be 15.5 inches, and the hitch pinhole is about 1 inch past the edge of the bumper. Now I'll go ahead and show you how the hitch is installed. Okay, first thing we need to do is go ahead and lower the exhaust and get it out of the way. There'll be 3 exhaust hangers that we have to remove. We'll spray them down with some lubricant, and we'll also use a strap to hold the exhaust to lower it in a controlled manner. We'll go ahead and unbolt the heat shields and then trim them as needed according to the instructions. Now to remove our heat shields, there'll be 3 bolts on each side. We're looking at the passenger side right now. This will be the same thing on the driver's side as well. We're done with the passenger side. Let's go ahead and repeat the same process over on the driver's side. Alright, now I take our heat shields and we'll go ahead and mark them before we cut them. There'll be about approximately a 4x4 square that we have to remove in one corner. We'll go ahead and use a marker to mark it out, and then we'll go ahead and use some tin snips to cut them out. We'll do this on both heat shields. With the heat shields trimmed, we can go ahead and reinstall them and get ready to install hardware inside the frame. Now we'll go ahead and remove 2 bolts from the end of the bumper support. There'll be 1 on each side of the vehicle. Now I can go ahead and show you where the hitch mounts up to the vehicle. You'll use a threaded hole and a hole right next to it, and also a hole in the frame. Now the holes in the frame, we'll take a moment to clean out the threads. We'll spray it down with some lubricant, and then try the hitch bolt in there. Now over time, the threads will get dirty, and you probably have to use a tube brush to clean it out. We'll be using part number 814092. Now in extreme cases, you may have to use a thread tap to clean out the threads. As the thread's cleaned out, we can go ahead and start installing our hitch. We'll take the bolts and the concrete tooth washers and install the hitch at the location going towards the front of the vehicle. It's a good idea to have an extra set of hands to help hold it up while you thread it in place. We'll leave the hardware loose for now so we can move the hitch around to install the rest of the hardware. When we install the hardware going up towards the front of a frame, we want to make sure that the teeth on the concrete tooth washer are going up towards the hitch. The threaded holes of the bumper support will get a new bolt and a flat washer. Then the last hole in the bumper support will get a bolt, a lock washer, a flat washer, and a nut. Alright, now if all our hardware is installed, we can go ahead and tighten down the bolts and then torque them down as specified in the instructions, and then we can go ahead and reinstall the exhaust. Okay, with all our hardware torqued down, we can go ahead and reinstall the exhaust. Alright, with that, that'll finish it for our install part number 11002 from Curt on our 2012 Honda Accord Crosstour.